Greetings and salutations from central Louisiana, just a few miles west of Dry Prong. It is a pleasant day today, and today I'm going where I've never been before. I'm going to dig into the guts of this John Deere bee. I'm going to go into the crankcase area from the top. I got to see if I can get a hold of these oil lines that go through the front tappets. So that's the direction we're headed. The more I research this, the more I look, the more I'm afraid that what I've got is somebody else rerouted an auxiliary line from the oil pump to the tappets, and I'm going to have to pull the cylinder, the block, in order to refurbish, reroute, whatever you want to call it, repair it, which means there's 8 nuts have to come off, and then the whole what's the word I'm looking for? The whole piece, it will have to be lifted and bring all around here and set down. So, reading up in the manual and all, in order to get those oil lines, I've got to take this breather off from down here up. It's got to come off. And then this crankcase access plate, which is also doubles as a starter mounting plate, that comes off to give you access down in the center. Of course, the problems I got now is that I do have the crankcase full of kerosene or diesel. Cleaning it out right now, I'm gonna have to drain that, probably get access to what I want, but we will work that way. Some would say, why take the crankcase breather off once you just take it all off of this crankcase access plate, because this bolt right here is underneath the breather assembly there. I'm stuttering today, which is probably not good, but that's what. Okay, crankcase cover plates off. They did comment that you probably would have to turn the crank a quarter to a half turn to get access, so that's what we're going to do. And move it. Come on, baby. Gotta go this way. Ooh, that's close. Collars is down there, isn't it? Going down, down, down in a greasy pit of... Well, I can't see quite what I want to see yet, but we'll keep moving this. That grinding you hear is over on the clutch. And I believe the pipe I'm looking for is right there, is the feed that goes to the block. I don't know what to do next. I'm just kind of looking here. It goes over to the block, and then there should be a connector that ties into it, takes it to the portal that goes all the way out to the tappets. But that's interesting. So, well, even though I can look down in here and get my hand up and feel the tube in question, which starts right here, and originally came up and around up in front of the head, but I had to cut it in order to get the head off. I left the stub here, but this is extremely loose, meaning it's probably not very tight down in here, and it's on the very front of this crankcase area, but looks like it's going to be, I'm going to have to think on it a good bit more before I can figure out what to do. It looks to me like I won't have any choice but to pull the block. I probably can do it in a modified style and take the bolts holding the rods off and pull the rear caps off and let the rods drop and just pull the whole block forward and that will enable me to get up enough room to get in there and get access to that tube and the fitting in the bottom over here, which I'm not sure I can get into at this point. So, as much as I tried not to, it does look like I'm going to have to take the block off to get in here and figure out what my previous shade tree mechanic did. Alright, I was sitting here playing with the gear shift lever today, and it didn't want to go in reverse, but it would go elsewhere. And then when I clicked it hard enough, the high-low range lever jumped back over. So evidently, this gear transmission is set up where you can't be in high range in reverse. Probably makes sense. But anyway, I guess that's just an interesting fact. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but I'm switching out clutch levers. Main reason is this one doesn't have a grease fitting drilled in for it right here like this one does, and this one's a little more worn than this one. So I've got a bushing coming that has to go in here, and I'll put the grease fitting right there and put this back together. Probably have to put a washer between this flange right here and this handle in order to take some of the left-right slop out of it. But that's, you know, if you're as old as this tractor, you'd be a little sloppy too.